What's up, UglyAss niggas? This your boy J Miles, and I am back with another video. And you know what to do. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking, but most importantly, make sure you share it with your ugly ass friends. On today's video, we will be covering Power, Book 3, Raising Kanan. This one right here is titled Unlikely Alliance. Kanan and Unique finally meets. That is right, my good ugly friends. So basically, in this particular video, I'm going to be covering how basically they're going to cover the unlikely alliance. That basically, you know, that's what they talk about in the episode 4 synopsis. So basically, I'm going to cover what I think the alliance could potentially be and how it formed, and basically, as you can see in the title, when Kanan and Unique will finally meet. Like, this will be our first time seeing Kanan and Unique on screen, and you know, basically having dialogue with each other. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. Now we can start this thing off. I go ahead and you know, sharing the episode 4 synopsis, and it says Unique forms an unlikely alliance in his vendetta against Rock while she inches closer to a new drug enterprise. Kanan takes advice from Snap and Pop, and Jukebox new friendship leads to a violent encounter. So basically, I'm also, you know, kind of breaking down the episode as well. I mean, I will be doing a private breakdown for all the episodes very soon. I know I've been saying that for kind of a while, but I am going to go ahead and do that. And also, I'm still going to be making, you know, personal predictions for the episode. Anyways, next, we're going to start it off with, as we know, last episode, your boy Unique came and kidnapped the little dwarf. Told him, get your little ass in my pocket, or I'm going to huff and puff and blow your house down. So he took his little ass away. And I think this here could lead to, of course, a hunt on, you know, them looking for OC. And I just noticed this is absolutely not going to happen in like in mid video. The video I'm saying this is not going to happen next episode. I had to think about it later on in the in other episode descriptions. Is going to say that Kanan and them is going to be looking for a missing OC. So that means you know, Kanan and Unique is not going to meet just yet. So that's not going to happen this episode. But I do think this thing will happen later on in the scene. I mean, later on in the season. So scratch off happening in episode 4, but this shit is going to happen. But anyways, I think once Kanan gets back, he's going to notice. Now, this probably will happen in episode 4. Of course, that OC is going to be missing. So you see him, he routing the crew together, and you can hear him tell them, if you want to make some real loot, then get me some answers. So perhaps he could be talking to the guy, you know, other members of his crew, and maybe the guy, what was his name, Dylan, that we seen in episode 1, I want to say it was, may have been episode 2, but either way, you know, because he's gonna be hunting for answers, because I think OC is gonna be very valuable for him, because he's the one that, you know, take care of the books for him. So he's going to be looking all over for him. And I think once he finally do get enough information to where his whereabouts is, he's going to find out that it's none other than Unique who kidnapped him. And that's why you see this kind of shocked look on his face. He's like, damn, I thought your little lad was dead. But, you know, he's going to find out that, of course, he's not. And he's very much alive. And I think he's going to possibly pitch a, you know, he's going to pitch a possible alliance with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to be like, look, I know you and yo, because he could possibly get this information from OC. That you know, Rock and Kanan don't really get along very well, and that maybe that he could possibly flip Kanan and get him on his side. So that's what he's going to pitch to him, and he's going to make it sound all good and stuff like that, and then Kanan has a decision to make. And I think in the midst of that, he could possibly go to Snap and Pop for answers, right? Because they are veterans in this game, and of course they are some very manipulative individuals. They're going to tell him enough that he needs to hear so that they can get him under their control. And I think it's possible that he might, tell them once he do find out Unique is still alive. I believe it's possible Kanan may figure out before Rock and them does. And maybe once he finds out, he tells Snap and Pop, and you can hear Snap, because it was an exclusive clip of Snap saying could be trouble, could be opportunity. So it's possible that maybe he was referring to Kanan telling him about Unique being still alive, and he tells, and Snap and Pop may, tell him, hey, y'all can do some work together. It could be beneficial and and profitable for us all if you worked alongside Unique. And then I can later on possibly saying Kanan and Unique working together to take Snap and Pop out, but hey, that's another video. But anyways, next let's go ahead and get to that new friendship and the violent encounter, right? So as we know, Rock, goddamn, boy, I didn't mean neither one of them. I meant Juke. Did make some new friends last episode, and it did tell us in the description for episode 4 that she's going to be, have a violent encounter with our new friends that she's there. So could these friends be these girls? Because I believe this one here, she's gonna become Juke's new love interest. So maybe she's gonna be into something that could potentially get her into some trouble, and the violent encounter ends up getting her, maybe the girlfriend here, killed, and that pushes Juke into a darker version of herself. Or could it be the encounter with these new but old friends that she already had? Because they get themselves into trouble by stealing goods and then selling them off to other people. So could this deal here that she end up working with, I don't remember this guy's name, but I'm pretty sure DeMarcus or somebody will tell me. But anyways, the job she's doing with him and the crew goes wrong, and that leads to a violent encounter. But I would say, bet my money on it's definitely between one of the two. Next, last but of course not least, the alliance that we know will happen is Neek telling whoever this individual is that Rock killed us both. And he's basically going to be pitching to this person we should form an alliance and work together to both get what we want, and that's going to equals tearing down Rock's organization and building up their own. And of course, as you know, we talked about this on the live, and I also did another video on it when I was doing the breakdown for episode 4 trailer, that we believe this is none other than Damon. And if we are correct, I believe we're going to see them go out, and maybe this episode, if not this episode, for sure episode 5, we're going to see them when they hit the warehouses and stuff. And it looked like Damon might actually get clipped in episode 5, because some of the people aren't going to make it out, and we know Unique will, but I think he's going to be able to escape with the product. Similar to how when in Book 2 Ghost, season 2, when the Drew, Tariq, and of course what's Guap them crew? What was they called? GTG. They robbed Mecca, right? A lot of them didn't make it out, but some of them did. So I can see a situation, something like that. They're gonna manage to successfully get the product off a route, but it's gonna definitely cost a lot of them their lives. So that's how I could see this alliance ultimately being formed. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for y'all as far as this particular video. Definitely let me know, could y'all see your boy Unique forming a new alliance? We know he's gonna have Lamar Jackson's character. I believe his character's name is E-Tone or something like that, and he's going to be part of the crew. But also he's probably going to recruit Damon and perhaps Kanan. And we know if Unique does turn out to be Breeze, then absolutely eventually Kanan will end up working with him. So let me know in the comments, could y'all see any of this playing out the way I'm saying it? Is it another way that you see it? Leave all your theories and stuff in the comments. But like usual, if you're cool and fool with me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment. Let me know what you're thinking, but most importantly, make sure you share with your glad friends. Until the next video, I'm out.